Today we got an MX650, same thing as the MX500 really. We're gonna go ahead and put the front lift kit in, instructions how to do it. So some of this stuff I've kind of broke down a little bit already to speed it up for the video. Let's see, it says step 1, carefully turn the bike upside down. Poof, done. Remove the axle bolt and axle nut. Okay, so this particular bike was a 19 and 14. My other bike, the Boss Man, the blue one, was a 17 and a 14. I have a feeling that's normal. This one seems to just be larger for some reason. So I'm going to pull that off. Carefully slide the axle out, grabbing this piece over here. And then what I like to do, see if I can see where this camera's in. Okay, so what I like to do is put it all back together so you don't forget how it goes. So the large collar goes towards the outside, and then there's a I don't know what you call it, like a spacer in there, and you gotta wiggle it in just right to get it in. There's like a little spacer in there, you have to shift it in the right order. Then again, this goes to the outside. I'm gonna put my nut back on there. Then I'm gonna set it aside. That way I remember how it goes back together. I'm roasting in here, I got the heater going too much. Alright, so next thing you're gonna do is take an extension. This one is 18 inches. 12 inches is going to be the minimal you can get away with. So this is a 1/4 inch extension. It'll fit through the hole. I taped this bit on there so it doesn't fall out. To get the stock out, you need a 5mm. So you're going to go down in here. Surprisingly, it's very hard to just stick down and naturally align. So what I like to do is just get a flashlight and look down there and get on the bolt. Okay, I'm on it, and then start to undo it. Now that's 18 inches. 12 inches gets you to like right here, so you'll just be barely long enough. Okay, so take that off, and then when you completely unloosen the bolt, take it out, and then you'll just grab here and pull up a bit hard, and out it comes. There will be, this would actually be inside of it. There's a rubber deal in there you'll want to get out, but it'll be inside of it, and it'll look like this when it comes out. Okay, and so this we won't need anymore. So I'm gonna get rid of that. Next step is getting out the old bushings. Well, let's get this one out too. So this one, you can try and get out, and if it doesn't want to come out because of the brake cable, you can just unloosen this as a 5mm Allen wrench. Then you can pop that out and then take this out. And then this one will slide out. And then you might have to kind of jerk it up a little bit. And again, there'll be a bolt sticking out. But obviously you have to take the bolt out. I didn't show that step. So take the bolt out, or unscrew it. Then once you know it's unscrewed, then kind of pull it up and it'll come out. Take it out, set it aside. So you could take safety glasses. You could try to take, see now like this lip right here, that'll be inside of here. So you can kind of try and take and pry these in and then get it up and out of there. But this comes with new bushings anyway, so it doesn't matter if you break them. But when you break them, they fly up, so get your safety glasses on. This one I just broke out. I just went in here and just broke upwards and popped it out and out. And then you can use the included hook tool. And if you're careful, don't scrape your hand or anything, but if you're careful, sometimes you can just pull it up like that, especially if you got your flathead screwdriver. You may be able to go like that and just pull up out of it, but you just got to be careful it doesn't catch and scrape your hand. All right, so once those are out, these are garbage, we can throw them away. All right, we're going to go back to this tool, and you can use either side, but you're going to look inside of there. And there's a hole in the middle, so we're just going to put our tool in and pull it out carefully. And you can see there's a groove. And you can see that this is a larger diameter, and that's a smaller one. Smaller one goes to the spring side. Larger one goes to the fork side. And we'll set that aside. And we'll do the same thing for the other side. That's out. That's out of the way. Then we're going to take, let's see, we're on step. So this is the separator. It's equal on both sides, so it doesn't matter if it goes this way or this way. This is included in your kit. The grease is in your kit. Just untape it or use a razor blade. Spread the grease around the outside. That's just so it doesn't, it wants to move in there easier. And then we're gonna align that groove up that I was showing you. And you'll look inside. It's kind of in a different area on each bike, but right here there's a little groove. And you can kind of just drop it right down in there. And it'll slide right down. And then we gotta find our other one. And it's already greased before the video. And we'll put that in the groove and tuck it in. Down it goes. And my hands are now covered in grease. All right. So from there, we're going to get the new springs. So it depends if you went with the stiffer or the softer ones. These are the stiffer. So we're going to put those in. And then let's see, next step is to drop the new dampers in. So they're just these rubber pieces. And so those will go in. You could actually, probably would have been easier to put it in the spring and then put it all in at once. That way you don't drop it down in there, honestly. Yeah, let's do that just to practice here. Oop, I just dropped my tool. Or you could use this to align them. No, it's in. I'm not going to pull it out now. Alright, now, let's see, step. So that was step 12. Let's see, put the rubber washer. Okay, wait here. Grease the included bushings. We put those in. And then we're going to put these in. So you got to remember, the big side goes like this. See, it won't fit here. So you can just put this in. Find the groove, match the groove in here. Drop it in. Find the groove, drop it in. And then we can use this tool just to kind of get that spring in the middle of it. There we go. All right, and then from there, these are your new 3D bushings. There's grooves on the inside for grease pockets, so you're going to want to take that grease and put a small or a thin coat completely covering all surface area on the inside. Nothing on the outside on this one. Then when you get it up here, you're just going to put it like this. See, there's a little bit of bounce there. We'll get this one here. I've already pre-greased it, but you'd have to do it on your own. So I'm going to put that in and move my hand a little bit. Okay. So now I didn't grab I'm not going to slow down the video for it, but what you would want to do is really should have, like, see how I'm squeezing it to make it smaller? We should have like something flat here, like a little piece of shim or something like that. That way you're not hitting on this and breaking it. So just something flat right here. But squeeze it in. So that's probably a good way to break it. Normally I would say, but I just don't want to slow down the video. If you had this squeezed, so the problem, see, is this is a little taller than this. So if you had the piece of wood here, it would bring it up, and then plus you're not hitting in a single spot with the hammer. You know, I'm not hitting and breaking it or hitting and breaking it. Plus you can see my tool is up higher. So if you had a piece of wood here, you could just clunk the wood and it would go down evenly, and I wouldn't be looking so uncoordinated here. There you go. Well, it's usually a little easier than that. It's kind of hard to do by yourself with the wrong tools. All right, from there, you'll want to take some light sandpaper and just clean up your fork really good. Take the new included bolt, make sure the rubber washer's on it. It's best to just do this like this right from here, get it through, that way you know it's through. Then carefully align it and drop it in. Just work everything down through there. Just don't force it, just put it down, and if it hits something, jiggle jiggle and work its way nicely through. Don't force it. And then just keep working it down, and then it's in. Okay, so from there, you're gonna do the same thing. You may use your flashlight, but now remember, it was a 5mm to take the stock bolts out. The new bolts are 6mm, so you're gonna have to change that bit. All right, so we did this one. So you would just go down here like this and make sure you get it in there. Like I said, looking flashlight to line up on the head. There, I'm already in. I don't need the flashlight. And to tighten it. The threading's probably about, I don't know, an inch or so long. Tighten it all the way till it's tight. You could put a little bit of Loctite on there if you want. But when it's tight, then you know you're done. Repeat the process with this one. Don't pull this back out once you got it. You don't want to misalign everything or get anything stuck. Just get it set, put in the other one, get your wheel back up in place, slide the axle through. Oops, I had it all put together, I just dropped it. So when you put it back, once that's tight, the other side's on. You have your washer. This will come through. Make sure you tighten up that bolt down there on both sides. This will go through. This goes towards outside. Put this through. Again, don't force it. See how that's not aligned in there? You may take this tool again and kind of hold it up from this side, and then you can push your axle through. And then when it's almost to this side, you can carefully put this one up here that faces out, and then slide it all the way through. And then you're going to put on this, and then put your brake cable back on and tighten it up. Then you can start to then flip it over, and then you can test everything out. But you don't want to be pulling this in and out because you don't want stuff to flip around in there. So, but that's basically how you do it. That's it. Alright, so both bikes are done now. This has got the light spring, this has got the heavy spring. The last piece of the components are these two-part rubber dust covers. This is what it looks like installed. So really all you gotta do is the small side goes here, there. Then take the included zip tie, wrap it around, zip tie right here in the middle, and clip the excess off. And then you can take the zip tie part and spin it around back here so you don't see it. And that's what it looks like. Pretty good, keeps the dust out, keeps it from wearing. Let's do a little bounce test here. Alright, these are the stock kick stands. You can see this one is a little more straight up, but you can kind of take, if you break it, don't blame me, but I did it with mine, this one. You just take your foot here and push inward a little, and you can bend it down just a little bit so that they'll sit up a little straighter. This one actually I didn't even bend yet. This one looks like it goes a little further. So anyway, here's the light. I weigh 185 right now, so I can bounce that pretty easy. I'm setting up now. If I'm back here though, I'm trying, when I'm up here, put my weight up here. It's a little different. This is the heavy spring.